for pitch, every dribble clean, every pass reach, every city I care. No retreat, victory, they call, we no defeat. From Niger, straight to the world. Now play for show. Oh, yeah, carry go.
Hello fans, and welcome once again to our sports channel, where we are going to talk about everything football. And so once again, my name is Philip, and I have with me
Sam.
All right, so Sam, what's cooking? What are we going to do today?
We're just talking about the transfers, especially in the Premier League. There've been a lot of incomings, outgoings, so there's been a busy transfer window for some clubs, and also very, very quiet transfer window also for some clubs. Before we actually go in details, there was a speculation that because of the World Cup, there's not going to be a lot going on. So, but it looks like there were still quite a lot, even while the World Cup was on. It's normal during international competition that the players will want to focus on their country, but they will not want to be distracted in any way.
Right.
So it is normal for the transfer window to be a little bit quiet during the World Cup and a lot noisy after the World Cup. So, but even during the World Cup, there were still a lot of deals that went down.
There were quite a lot, to people's surprise. Yeah, there were quite a lot. But I think so much has happened within this past couple of days when the World Cup, was over.
A lot. There've been a lot of movement. So, and let's dive into it now.
Yeah, sure.
So starting from Arsenal in the Premier League, there've been few ins and few outs.
Right.
But let's start with the outs.
Okay.
The most major one is Leonardo Trossard going to Besiktas. What do you think about that?
Trossard going to Besiktas. Well, so I think it's a good move for him. As one gets older, you want to 31.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah. So you want to look for a league where the aggression is not going to be too much, that will fit you. I mean, he's still good, but it might be too much for him in the Premier League. So
Trossard was one of, as an Arsenal fan, I'll give you that. Trossard was one of Mr. Clutch, as Arsenal fans call him.
Really?
He didn't score a lot of goals, but
right.
He scored handy goals when Arsenal needed him.
Yeah.
He scored really, really handy goals. I think if you can remember last season, as we ended West Ham, the famous goal against West Ham, the goal that practically won us the league.
Right.
It was scored by Trossard at the 84th minute. So
that's correct.
He's someone that actually came through for Arsenal. And going back to the way he came to Arsenal from Brighton.
Yes.
He was not our first choice. We went for Mudryk, but because of one or two things, Chelsea came to get him, and we now signed him for way cheaper price.
Yeah.
And he outdid himself.
Oh yeah,
for us now.
Yeah, but value for money. Yeah, that's good.
So I wish him the best in Besiktas. In Turkey, he should have a good season. Knowing the kind of player he is, because he had a very good World Cup.
Yes, he was
the best player for Belgium. He had a very good World Cup. So I expect him to pick it up from there and have a successful season in Besiktas.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially now that Besiktas are being rumored to have Mohamed Salah. It's still a rumor though, but
that would be interesting. Salah from the right and Trossard from the left. So, we'll see how that goes. I mean that's still a rumor for sure. Yeah.
And Jacob Kiwior, he finalized his permanent move to Porto, because last season he was on loan to Porto. This season,
so the deal is finalized the deal.
So those are just the ins, and these are just the outs rather.
Yeah.
The ins now. Let's talk of my Greek god, Christos Solis, as my friends call him, Sosoliso.
I mean, a lot is expected from him. Coming in from Club Brugge, right?
Yes, Club Brugge. And he was their best player. Last season, he scored over 29 goals, 29 assists. But you know that Premier League is way different from.
Yes, it's way different from
we're not expecting him to come and score double figures like 22 goals, 29 assists. at least.
I think he's still a young
Yeah, 24
player.
years. 24 years.
Those kind of people, you give them some time to get used to. Maybe the first season, get used to the Premier League, and while still producing some good football, but give them some time to really get used to the Premier League and then watch them. Although many of them come in there and they hit the ground.
Ready, yes.
They hit the ground running.
Yes.
So
I hope this is the case for him, because from what we've seen, like we played against Club Brugge in the Champions League last season,
right,
and the whole team did not really put up a fight, but it was a good performance from him at the same time. So, like, I'm expecting a level of goals and assists, a level of performance, but I know it's not going to be all that. I know it's not going to just like blow up the numbers. Yeah. But I'm expecting him to hit a good level.
Well, let's see. Yeah.
It's just a matter of time, right?
There's so much expectation. Yeah.
And with Piero Nkapie, last season was on loan, and this season we finalized it.
So it's been finalized right now.
Yes, for like 40 million. So
it's a good move for him. Good move for him, and because he was on loan and he had that one season, we expect that he's already used to the Premier League, and then he's going to hit the ground running too. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like with the form of winning the league also, so he should have that confidence.
Yes, that confidence.
Of going into his second season, even if it's his first full season as a full Arsenal player.
Exactly.
But it's his second season.
He should have that winner's mentality to go with.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good.
So moving quickly to Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea have been really busy.
Yes.
Let's start from their manager with Xabi Alonso. What do you think about that manager?
So it was a strange move for me,
Right. I was expecting him to go to Liverpool at some point.
Yeah, everybody was expecting him to go to Liverpool. Yeah. But for some reason, we were not sure what happened. There's this story that said Liverpool didn't want him. The hierarchy of Liverpool didn't want him.
Yes, because they knew that they were going to sack.
Yes, they knew that.
But they waited for him to get an appointment from Chelsea before sacking him.
Exactly.
So it just shows that Liverpool did not actually want him. If they wanted him, they would have made the move earlier.
Yes.
And I'm sure most likely he would have chosen Liverpool over Chelsea.
I'm very sure he would have done that. But anyways, good for Chelsea, because I thought he's a very intelligent manager. And if he has that free hand, I'm sure he's going to do
that's
well.
That's my problem.
So that's a great if.
Now, yeah, that's a big if, because with Chelsea they hardly give their managers the free hand.
Yeah,
they hardly give. Even if he's their manager, like, he's still restricted to one or two decisions. He's not completely in charge of the team. This is the views from outside, though. He's not completely in charge of the team, because I have great respect for Spanish managers, especially what he did with Bayer Leverkusen. The unbeaten run in the league, taking them to the Europa League finals, to winning the DFB Cup. So he has shown the potential, but his little sting in Madrid. So would you let that affect your judgment when you are?
So it's affecting my judgment because, big players, big ego.
But Madrid players are the biggest. In terms of their ego.
A big ego, big player. So for me, I think after Leverkusen, Chelsea is going to be a place where I will judge him without biasness.
But you will not blame him with Madrid, because Madrid never gives their coaches the full platform.
That's why I said that's why I said
ahead of their players.
That's why I said that's my bias, because I cannot judge him directly, from what happened in Madrid. There were a lot of things that were happening, a lot of big players, big egos, and things like that. And I don't think Xabi wanted to take all those. So
now, back to the transfer. So from the outgoings, before anything, one of Chelsea's best players last season, Marco Cucurella, went to Madrid. What do you think of that move? And do you think it will affect? Chelsea and Alonso's first time in the club? That's
a big loss. Cucurella has been very consistent in, he looks small. He looks,
Yeah,
you know, but he's
like he's
been
a fighter.
He's a fighter. He's been very he's consistent in the Spanish national team.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been doing well in Chelsea. So it's a big loss. And Chelsea is not really known for the defensive side. I mean, they had defensive issues last season. Now, for them to lose, you know, a very important one.
Yeah,
it's a big gain for Real Madrid and a big loss for Chelsea. So let's see if I don't know any replacement yet.
Not like for likes. That's when we talk of Mark or right wing.
Right.
Depending on how you want to use him.
Right.
He's a very young Italian defender from Atlanta. It was Atlanta. His parent club is Atlanta, but he was on loan last season. So Chelsea got him for over 50 million. He's tall, he's fast, but do you think he will adapt to the Premier League pace immediately? Especially if he's the one that is to fill the boots of Marco.
It's a big ask for him. But the advantage that that he's going with, or that he's coming into the Premier League with, is that the fact that he's fast. But he still have to adapt to the physicality of the league.
Yes.
So we'll see. That's something that we need to note.
Okay, and Koenda from Sporting, this was a transfer that they made, I think, 2 years ago. But in the contract, he was meant to come this season, which he has come now. Over 50 million, a young left-footed player that comes from the wings, but he can play wing back also. So he's fast, but I think he's still very raw from Sporting. Even if I was checking out his stats, like he has not scored up to 10 goals. But this is the person that have made over 80 appearances. So I don't think goal scoring is his greatest fault.
Yeah. So,
but he's still young. He can still develop. But I don't think his main forte
it's goal scoring.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. Again, being with a good manager, he can be, groomed to do that. Yeah. Maybe not score goals, maybe provide some assists.
Okay.
Yeah. So
would he have enough minutes? Because Estevao is still there.
Estevao is there,
yes?
And Chelsea did not qualify for any
exactly.
Any club. So they basically less games. Basically, the league and the FA, local competitions. Yeah. So that
they have less games to show their players.
Yes, that would be the issue there. Because
if it's like they are going to, if like they are playing in Europe, so they have more.
They have more games to play.
So a lot of players.
Yes.
But now that they are just restricted to England, the rotation would be minimal. Yes.
But hopefully we get to see him. We get to see him, especially during the Christmas period where there are more games to play. So we get to see a lot of rotation there. Yes. And I hope that he takes his chance when he's given one. Yeah.
Okay. And now the big one, Morgan Rogers.
Man, that
117 million.
That is one transfer that I never saw coming. It was just, we were all hearing about Arsenal trying to bid for him, him. And just under our noses, we just saw, Chelsea produce 100. Did you say 116 million?
17.
Right? 117 million.
Yeah, he was he's not the British highest record signing.
Oh right, now the British highest record. The British highest record signing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
It was Elliot Anderson for some few days or weeks before Chelsea broke the ban. So how do you think it will affect the team? Like the style of play? Like we don't really know the style of play for Alonso. Like we don't know the formation he uses, whether it's 3 at the back or 4 at the back. Yes. What do you think that he brings to this Chelsea team?
So judging from
player Morgan Rogers is.
Judging from what we saw him in Aston Villa,
yes,
which was kind of different from what he did in the English team.
Yeah, because I think because he plays a different role. Aston Villa most times, Emery uses him from the left.
From the left, yes.
But Tuchel was sure to use him just behind the striker, which I think is his favorite position.
So he's behind the striker is his favorite position, and at one point the game against Argentina he played from the right.
Yes.
From the right. So I think the best position will be behind the striker. Now it's not going to be interesting on how Alonso uses him, because who's going to strike for Chelsea and where does Morgan Rogers fit? So maybe we'll probably see a glimpse of it during the pre-season
maybe
games.
when he's back from his holidays.
When he's back,
from his own holidays.
Yeah.
As an Arsenal fan, Rogers was a player that I admired. I wanted him, but not at all cost. But like he brings, one thing that I like about him is his shot power. He can shoot the ball.
Right.
Rogers can shoot the ball from. If you give him space from the left, from the right, he will hit the ball properly. And yes, that's one of his biggest strengths. And even if he's not the best ball carrier, he's also a very good ball carrier.
He's definitely, you've said it all. He's not the best when in terms of ball carrying. You rarely call him as one of the top ones, but definitely the way he carries the ball and his shot makes him very outstanding. So
you think him and Kopama would make a good connection?
Let's see. It's going to be interesting how that pans out.
Yes. So now, talking about their players that have moved out.
Okay.
Alejandro Garnacho, loan to Aston Villa. He moved the other way around.
Loan to Aston Villa.
Yes.
That one. I was surprised to hear about the loan. Right. I was really surprised to hear that. Probably Alonso, sanctioned the loan, or maybe he
was a player that was never settled for Chelsea. If you watch his performance last season, you know that this is a player that is really lacking in confidence.
I wasn't sure why he was bought in the first place.
He had problems with United.
Yes.
So I've always known Garnacho. I've always seen him as that player because he's still a very young boy, 21 years of age.
Yeah.
So he still has a lot of growing up to do. So he still has a lot of things to learn. He still has a lot of maturing to do. So he's not a bad player. He is better than what he played last season.
Yeah.
So hearing or reading his interview and why he went to Aston Villa, he said Unai Emery gave him confidence. So I think that was what was lacking in his game last season. Because in Chelsea he didn't get any confidence. He didn't have any confidence.
Right.
I think maybe Unai Emery will be able to platform him well in the right manner to bring out the best of his quality. Because last year or so, Garnacho was winning Puskás.
Right.
So
he was actually bought. He was bought by Enzo Maresca, right?
Yes. That is the thing with Chelsea. It's not the manager that buys.
Oh, I see.
I see. It's Blue Co. So it's the board that buys. So you can't. So a manager now can buy or might actually not want a player, but because of one thing or the other.
Yeah, maybe the board just likes. Oh, we like this player, and then they buy it.
And feels that they have a bright potential. Yes, potential. So
okay.
So I hope it works out for him.
I think he's going to do well because of the coach that he's going to work with.
Okay.
Yes. Unai Emery. Because of Unai Emery, I think he's going to do well.
Yeah.
So before we go on, I would like to ask the audience to put in the chat box who you think from these names that we've mentioned. Who do you think will do well? Who do you think is a good buy? With the amount. Do you think Morgan Rogers is a very good buy for that amount, or do you think that it's one of those British overhyped buy?
Yes.
So let's go ahead.
All right. So now we are still talking about the outs in Chelsea. So we're talking of Andre Santos. Let's not talk about his usefulness in Man U because we'll get there. Let's talk about if Chelsea is going to miss him.
I do not think that Chelsea would miss
He's still a
him.
young boy, 21 years of age, Brazilian with a lot of potential. He played a lot of good balls with Strasbourg.
Yeah.
He was one of their main players that qualified them to for the Champions League. So
with Chelsea, a lot of things have happened. They have lost players that turned out to be, very, very good in future.
Yes.
Likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
They've lost those kind of players because they didn't give the players opportunity. And then they've also been ones that have gone and we don't
hear about them.
I mean, somewhere average. Abraham.
So do you think on the an average player?
So Santos,
Because he went for a whooping sum of 50 million.
Well, it's just the market, just the way the market is right now, especially when you're going to another English team. It's just the way the market is. But it will be interesting for him to prove me wrong.
Okay. Yeah. I think he's an okay buy. I think he's a little bit more than average. Because as a player that can play 6, he can play 8.
Mm-hmm.
He brings a lot of things to the game. He knows how to drop back and collect the ball. But in Chelsea, I don't think they will miss him that much because they have a lot of players for that.
They have a lot of players in those positions.
I read that Chelsea have registered 35 players. 35 players.
And you're not kidding me.
And you're only meant to register 25 players.
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
35 players. So they have a lot of players. So
excess.
I don't think they would miss him at all.
Those positions
something that they'll regret later in the future, maybe. But at the moment, this upcoming season, I don't think he'll be missed.
Yeah, where is he going to play? Except he plays, as a squad player.
He would definitely be a squad player for United, but we'll get to United.
Okay.